Hey there, Shecky back again with another knife review. I spoke about this knife in another review, and I wanted to go ahead and put my thoughts out there regarding this particular knife. This is the Byrd Cara Cara Lightweight. It was purchased by the recommendation of Nut and Fancy, and I really like this knife. I did want to mention a few things that I like and dislike about it, and just an overall preview of the knife, so you can decide if this is something you want. To begin with, the big selling point of this knife is price. This knife is around 15 bucks. At least it was when I purchased it. It is from the Byrd line of the Spyderco company. I believe it's kind of subbed out to a Chinese manufacturer. This particular knife has excellent fit and finish. Doesn't feel like a flea market knife or anything like that. It's an excellent knife. It's a rather large knife, just shy of 4 inches, I believe, on the blade. That to me puts it in a kind of combo role of EDC and defensive, self-defense kind of defensive. The overall aesthetics of the knife is pretty cool. Has kind of a feather look on it. I believe they call this their comet cutout. Kind of looks like an eye, and it has kind of a snoot look from a bird. It's a light, as the name indicates, it's a light knife. It's under 4 ounces, and it carries well. It also feels very good in the hand. Good jimping on the top and the bottom. Comfortable knife. I like a lot of things about this knife. However, I do not carry this knife, and there's a couple reasons. First of all, the ergonomics of the fast deploy are kind of complicated. You basically have two options. You can either put a lot of thumb tension and give it a flick, and you notice it didn't lock, or you can do a lot of wrist movement to get it open. It is not a simple deploying knife, however, and I think that's less a matter of the fluidity of the joint, and more a matter of just the way the path of the comet cutout takes your finger. It's kind of unnatural. It goes more this way than this way, like most of them do. Most good knives, like you saw my review of the Benchmade, you basically just flick it up and the knife comes up. This you kind of have to flick out and up. And if you're not familiar with thumb tension, what that means is you're basically pushing down into your deployment mode, which could be a cutout or a thumb stud. You push down onto it and then quickly flick out, kind of like that. But this knife is kind of hard to deploy. The second reason I do not carry this knife regularly is because there's really coarse texturing underneath the pocket clip. This is something Nut and Fancy mentioned on his video on the Cold Steel Voyager, and he actually did a fix for it that I'm planning on doing on this knife, because I like this knife. This is one of my longer folding knives that I'm willing to carry because of the weight, and I like it. The aesthetics of the blade is not my favorite. I don't like the snoot that much, but it's certainly something I can live with. But this thing just plays havoc. This pocket clip just plays havoc with my jeans or whatever pants that I happen to be wearing. The pocket clip is nice. It's a good wide, strong pocket clip, but that works against you when it's pressing against such coarse material, and I really don't want to jack up my pants just to carry this knife. So I may re-review or do an add-on for this knife once I make the epoxy change to it, and kind of let you take a look at that. But other than that, I do enjoy this knife. I do like it, but I rarely carry it for the reasons I just laid out. Thanks very much. Over and out.